Welcome back to Mud and Rust, everybody. Today we're going to talk about something that's relatively new to us, eBay. We're going to talk about the top 3 things that we wish we would have known before we got into selling on eBay. Now, it's worked out really well for us. We've done really well with it, especially in the last year. But there are some things that we had to learn along the way that I want to share with you so that you don't have to go through the same pains that I did. First things first, we want to talk about eBay fees. Now, a lot of folks believe that you can just go sell on eBay, but eBay takes their cut as well. They have a fee schedule that's set up, and it depends on what you're selling, but for the most part, it's around 10%. There are some listing fees and other stuff that goes along with it. We'll go over all those things in detail in a different video, but just so you understand, you don't just go and sell an item on eBay and get that entire portion back. So in some of our other videos, we talk about some of the things that we sell and how we go about it. But you got to keep in mind that whenever you buy something to resell it, you have to consider those fees in place. Otherwise, you're going to just go out there, you're going to lose money, and you're going to be frustrated with it, and you're going to stop doing it. Second thing we wish we would have known is shipping costs. Shipping costs are a huge portion of our business and our overhead. A lot of folks don't take into account that it costs the same amount to ship a lot of times a small item or a low dollar, low value item as it does something that's a lot more valuable. Keeping those costs in mind may impact significantly what you can and can't sell and make a profit on. You have to keep those things in mind. UPS just recently upped their minimum price to, I think it's $8.95 now. So you're looking at least $9 in shipping. So if you're trying to buy $5, $6, $7 items and turn around and sell them for $12, $13, $14, $15, even $20 by the time you consider everything, you're just going to lose money. Now, it can get you to being a top seller because you're turning items, but be prepared that you're probably gonna take a loss on those items to get to that top seller. And we'll talk about that in a whole separate video. That's a whole nother can of worms per se. The third thing that we wish we would have known, and it is available on eBay pretty easily. There is a couple different ways to do this, but eBay will tell you what your market is doing. eBay is going to take recent sales information from actual sales, and that's available to you so that you can determine what the market's going to pay for your item. Now, obviously, if you don't have any transactions on that item, you're not going to get that information, and it is kind of subject to what's available at the time that those sales happen. Especially in my case, I deal with items that are very low volume. They're not high turnover items, so recent sales can be zero in some cases. Also, I can have items that aren't even listed on eBay, believe it or not, when I come across them. But for the vast majority of folks out there, you're going to see in your sold listings, if you go search for your item, you're going to see what eBay transactions have looked like for the last 3 months or so, last 90 days. You can take advantage of that, look at what those items that you come across are selling for, compare that to what you can obtain the item for, calculate all your fees and, shipping costs and all that stuff. And once you back all that out, you can determine whether or not it's going to be a profitable item for you. Sold listings also give you an idea of how popular the item is. So, in the last 90 days, if 1 or 2 is sold, which is the case in a lot of our stuff that we deal with, but for the most part, if you're looking at, you got 100 listings out there for the same item and 35, 40 of them have sold, you got a pretty good shot of that turning over fairly quickly. So you're not sitting on items. In our case, we sit on a lot of inventory. So you got to consider what your product is. But we'll dive deeper into eBay as we go along. Like and subscribe to the channel. You'll see some more of our content. We're glad to have you here. Thanks for watching.